Hola amigos, Fett back with another video. This is a follow-up to my video from a couple weeks ago where I talked about screen printing and how we achieve kind of like that same finish for the texture of what you see in the Deadpool costume. This video is to show the difference between the fabric that we are currently using to recreate that look and a different fabric that we found that is a little bit, it's not as thick. It's also a 4-way stretch as opposed to a 2-way. So this is the fabric that we're currently using after it's been screen printed. As you can see, that's what it looks like regularly. That's about how thick it is. And it's actually not stretchy in all directions, so it doesn't stretch this way, but it stretches that way, right? This is before it's airbrushed, by the way, so that's why it's a bright red color. This is the new fabric that we're working with. As you can see, it's much thinner. It's not as thick. It's a little bit, you'll notice that it's not as bright, and that's because it has to be dyed before it's screen printed. So before it's airbrushed, it looks a little bit less of a less saturated red, but the benefit with this fabric is that it stretches in this direction as well as that direction. So I don't know if you can tell. Let me pull back. So it's a little bit more forgiving stretch-wise. This is closer to what they probably used in the film to have the performer be able to jump around, do all the stunts. And as you can see, you know, it's also been screen printed. After you airbrush it, you know, this is after I put some color in this, it's not as bright. So as you can see, and it's pretty stretchy. So we've been calling this fabric the I Want It That Way version. Not sure why. It makes sense because he's a performer as well. So he wanted to be able to move freely and also not, you know, have something that was like too thick. He wanted to be comfortable. That was one of the criteria for him. He wanted to be able to move really well, and also he wanted kind of like, you know, a little bit more of a premium quality item. So he opted for leather instead of vinyl in all the black portions of the costume. And he also wanted a certain type of trimming. He wanted, you know, he really knew what he wanted. So that's why we had to go out and research, and so we found a better fabric. It's way pricier, but it's more stretchy. As you'll be able to tell in those pictures that I'm probably going to be putting up here, you'll see the difference between that version of the costume and the version of the costume that you usually see on my Instagram and my Facebook. So that's it, short video. Just wanted to show you the difference between the two. If you have any more questions, shoot me an email. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook for more pictures of all this crazy stuff you see behind me. And you know, subscribe to this channel, please, if you like the content that I'm putting out. I'm trying to alternate between short tutorials, or at least I try to make them short, but I'm pretty much failing at making them short. I need to like trim the fat a little better, make them shorter, as well as with this video you'll start to see that I started to ramble and I started to talk about life, so that's why they become such long videos. But tutorials, I got my blog series that's just meant to be kind of like a fun thing. Hopefully some of you are enjoying that, and then little demo videos such as this one. So I hope you're having a really good week. Stay tuned for another little episode of the vlog that I'm cutting up for you guys. This time I got to go to Warner Brothers and see a very cool exhibit with the Suicide Squad costumes, Fantastic Beasts costumes, as well as I got to check out a couple of locations for some of the scenes in the movie La La Land, which I loved. If you guys haven't seen that movie, I recommend it highly. Other than that, I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Take care.